Hi guys, this video is to help those in the Rotorua Camera Club get to grips with resizing digitally projected images for competition entries. The criteria for digitally projected images is that they are no more than 1024 pixels wide by 768 pixels deep. Rules and monthly topics, that kind of thing, can all be found at our website, rotoruacamera.co.nz. So it's a lovely site, brand new site. Go and have a look around it and you'll get much of the information that you'll need. But I'm going to show people who have Photoshop how to resize their images. I have Photoshop CS5, but the same principles apply across all the Photoshop variations as they operate in the same way. To begin with, I've selected 3 different images to show you. I've selected a landscape-oriented image, a portrait-oriented image, and I've selected an image that's more of a square format. So we will look at how to do each of those. First off, with the landscape image, we need to make sure that the horizontal edge the width is no more than 1024 pixels. To do that, we come up to Image, click on Image Size. This opens up this image sizing dialog box. Now in here, we want to make sure that this area here is set to pixels. It is by default, but if you have changed it for any reason, bring it back to pixels. That's what we need in here. The document size, this really relates to printing, so you can happily ignore that. Your resolution in here may be different to mine. If you've shot in JPEG, your camera is probably going to bring images in at 72 pixels per inch. If you've come through Bridge and Camera Raw with a RAW file, it could be 240, it could be 300. If you brought something in off a scanner, it's 600 pixels per inch. So this figure here can differ. So don't let that throw you, but I'll not get carried away with that. So ignore this document size. Make sure that all of these are ticked, otherwise your image could lose its shape. And make sure this is set to bicubic, best for smooth gradients. That is the best interpolation for continuous tone images, which is photographs. So stick with smooth gradients. Now we need to change the width, so we'll just select that, type in 1024, which is our maximum pixels horizontally, click OK. You can see the image has dropped in size there. To view it at 100%, the shortcut is Control 1, so we can now view that at 100%, and that is how it will view on the screen. It's perfect, meets the criteria. For the portrait image, this is different because we're going to pretty much ignore this horizontal edge here and only concentrate on the height, the vertical edge. So we'll come back up into Image, Image Size, go to the dialog box. Again, ignore all this. Make sure these are ticked. Make sure that's set to smooth gradients. Make sure this is set to pixels. Forget about width. We'll come into height and type 768. Click OK. Bring that back up to 100% with Control +1. That is how that image will view on the screen. With this image here, things are a little different. We don't really have a clear portrait or landscape orientation. It's squarish. It's not perfectly square, but it's squarish. So again, we'll come up to Image and go to Image Size. Now if I make the width 1024, you'll see that the height is well above 768. We really need the height to be 768 or less and the width to be 1024 or less. Now this is well out, so we will drop this back to 768. That works because we have the maximum here and we are under the maximum for the width, so that's perfect. So again, we'll just click OK, Control 1 to bring it back so we can see it at 100%, then simply save your image. So we'll go to Save As, make sure that this format is set to JPEG. We'll do it as a copy and we'll rename it world_, We'll say it's an open subject underscore your club membership number underscore and your grade. I'll put N for novice and click save. That will bring up this dialog box here. We're at the maximum size here, so we will simply go OK. And that will render on the screen very nicely. So thanks for your time, and I hope this video has been helpful.